Good morning, welcome to my channel, and this is a vlog joining me on my day of my routine and tarot journal and healthy eating. So we're starting with hydration and a card pull from Sarah Howard. We have the 10 of clubs coming out, which is overwhelm. And this just warns us about being aware of what's going on around us when we're feeling like we're going to burst, and making sure that we seek high ground so that we don't drown. Now next up is going to be my skincare routine, and obviously I need to have a wash, so I'm using Wild Mint skincare products, and I'm going to have a face mask today because it's my day off, and I'm going to jump in the shower and wash that one off while I'm in the shower and then come back and do the rest of my skincare. I'm using these reusable face wipes as well, which you just wash and then you can reuse time and time again. They have two sides to them, which is what I like about them. One side is soft and one side is rough, so you get sort of an exfoliation and a gentle velvet skincare as well. So we are showered, we're just doing the final touch-ups and a massage to my skincare routine, which I get to do on my day off because I have a bit of extra time. I like to use rosehip oil for this, 3 drops in general, rubbed into my hands, warmed onto the skin, and then I just use that to help manipulate the skin and give a nice sort of lymphatic massage, which most of you will be familiar with doing for your own selves. And I like to top off with a moisturiser as well for the day, just to protect my skin. And again, that is from the Wild Mint Cosmetics range that I've been using for the last couple of months. And of course, the all-important eye cream. So here's a look at the products I've been using this morning, and a close-up of the rosehip oil so you can see its benefits. Okay, morning coffee I'm fancying today, so excuse the shot. This is as good as it gets. Big mug. Some of you will have spotted I have lots of big mugs. I don't like small cups. And I've got a chunk of frozen coconut milk, Gracie's coconut milk. That's the brand that this is made from. That's how I get it into big balls. That's going into my cup. I'll just flip out my finger. That's a solid lump. I'm going to start it off with some boiling water to start dissolving. And that is my milk for my coffee. I'll just smash it away. So I'm going to put that back in the freezer for it defrosts. And yes, I've changed, so I'm just out the shower. And then I use a brand of coffee that comes in a tin like this, and I believe in a little bit of magic. So here is my spoon. Look these up on Amazon, pack of 6 for not very much money. They are like half-size teaspoons, because I'm not a great coffee person, believe it or not. So a nice heaped spoon of that is probably, maybe I'll do a whole spoon today because I'm tired, so 3/4 a heaped spoon for me. And I'm fancying some chocolate. So in here is raw, actually let me see if I can find the packet, hang on. So you get cocoa and cacao powder, and I can't remember which way around these go because I don't have the two, I only have both in my cupboard. So these are the same thing, basically it's dark and pure and it should be sugar-free. So functional foodies, and I have the Foodie Market, and this one was another brand again I think, but not that matters, it's just basically very dark, very pure. So I put a big spoon of that in fact I might have a bit more than that, just to give it like a really dense chocolatey edge. Sorry about the noise. I've only just got out of bed and I'm not a quiet morning person, I'm loud. And then I have, this will surprise some of you, cayenne pepper, to spice things along a bit. So I don't put a lot in, but you can see that's too much. So I'm just going to take a pinch out of my hand. I'm going to sprinkle that in. That'll be plenty for me. I'm going to put that where I don't need it. And then I have cinnamon to add some magic. I'm less sparse with this because I like it, and I've got chocolate in this, so we can have a nice chocolatey cinnamon drink. I could at this point add nutmeg as well, which I have been known to do. Sometimes I'll even add oat milk onto this. Is there anything else I want to add to that? You could even put mint in here at this point. And sometimes I will, if I want it a bit sweeter. Do I have any there? Sometimes I'll add a tiny, tiny drop of vanilla syrup, or just vanilla essence, just to get the vanilla in there. So I'm going to put my hot water in. I'm going to give it a stir. I'm going to take it outside, and I'm going to wait for it to dissolve. As in my piece of cream. I call it cream because it's more like cream than it is milk. And it's just a big mug of chocolatey coffeeness. I've just got a lump of chocolate there. So mix in to smooth it out on the back of my mug. Okay. just going to let that one do what it needs to do. And now we're going to do my breakfast. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, we're back. We have changed scenery. So I have a bowl. I have plant-based, sugar-free yogurt. No sugars. Right, 0 sugars on the back. These do take a bit of acquiring for your taste first, but they're better for you because there's going to be plenty of sugar in this when you see what goes in. And I don't want to be reliant on sugar as a diet controlled sort of, diabetic. So a few dollops of this in here. Then I have one of my favourite ingredients, pomegranate seeds. I find that the pomegranates themselves don't seem to be as ripe as buying this. So for me, this, although these aren't cheap, a bit of a luxury item, buy them once every fortnight. I find this to be the better value for money because they last longer. So in goes some pomegranates. I've got enough there to sprinkle over my lunch tomorrow for work. I have some blueberries, so they will go in. And I have some strawberries, which I'll just slice up. I will also pop some chia seeds, or as Tony says, chia seeds, in. They've always been that, so I can't change. Otherwise I'll be that person on videos that calls everything by 2 names every time I mention something. So 3 strawberries today. Yeah, plenty. And some seeds. So they are in the cupboard, so just have those. Nice liberal sprinkling. I've had some matcha powder, matcha tea powder. I'll probably put that in there as well. I don't. Okay. See how my coffee is doing. Still not fully dissolved. It's very soft. Just go in. So you can see the big lumps dribble down to that size. Just waiting for that to go through as well. And once they've dissolved, I will go and get my tea. So let me insert a picture here. So I was going to come and sit in the garden and enjoy my breakfast, but it's a bit grey, the birds are tweeting, so the song's beautiful, but it's drizzly and raining, so furniture's got wet, so we're going to change plan and revert back to a normal morning for me. Okay, plan 2 for my day off morning is journaling. So here we go, at my desk, I'm going to pull my morning card. I'm not going to bring you on the journey while I do that this morning, but I have a phone call coming, so you might get to see who that is. So I will see you in the next section. Okay, so I haven't got the setup in order to have you watch me pull my cards, but these 2 cards wanted to come out today, and it is the 10 of Swords, followed by the 9 of Pentacles. So what I am hoping this instantly means for me is something that I've been, something that's been causing me kind of sleepless nights and things is coming to an end, and then I'm going to be able to focus on like the kind of happy endings and moving forwards, and that's going to be nice. So I'm hoping that that's what this is for me. We're coming to the end of a difficult period and blossoming out into something more fruitful and beneficial. So and that is the Lily White Tarot that I'm using for this. And I also, just to say that following the moon cycles with the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, today is the Waxing Gibbous, and it's about fear. So that's seeing the 10 of Swords on the fear card, because I haven't journaled a little bit further into that yet. It's quite nice to have that actually, so hopefully it means that that's done, and then we'll move into boundaries tomorrow and will on Friday, so battle of the wills maybe. So there we go. Right, I'm late for my phone call. She's going to be very, very cross with me. I'm late for an important date. Okay, there we go. Look who we have.
Coffee with Tony.
And breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast is done.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to make a lunch bowl, or a big lunch plate rather. Kiwi, gherkin, rockets, sweet pepper, tomatoes, celery, got some ham, and I have some kelp noodles. I'll put a picture of this in somewhere, hopefully it's appearing, so you can read it the right way around. These kelp noodles, they are high in fibre, they have iodine in them, and these ones are in, they have kona berry in them, mineral rich, neutral taste, ready to eat. They're low calorie, low carb and gluten free. In fact, they're so low calorie, there's like 6 calories in an entire serving of half a cup, which my friend and I were laughing about the other day in work, because how is that even possible? And they do come with recipes on the back. There's a stir fry noodle recipe on the back here, but I'm using it for a cold salad. So let me just prep this by the magic of TV. So magically, my food is now chopped. There's my kiwi, my peppers, my gherkins, tomatoes, celery, rocket, some ham, so you don't have to have this if you're not a meat eater. And then I have some Plant Chef coconut spicy grated cheese, which I'm also going to add to my mix here. I'm not measuring this out, I'm just planning on filling myself up basically. So I have my kelp noodles, so it suggests you put them in water, so they are in water, and the ones you don't use, can you see them? They're almost see-through. The ones you don't use, you leave in water. So I've taken out what I want from the water, and it's here. I'm just going to put that onto my chopping board, and the excess water can drain off, because I find that they can be a bit wet. Now I have plain ones, and those ones I mix with pesto to give them flavour, because these really have no flavour to them whatsoever. They're the strangest little things, but they're crunchy, so I don't know if you can hear this. Annoyingly crunchy. So if you have people around you that are sensitive to noise, they might not appreciate you eating them. Right, so all I'm going to do is mix this together a little bit, because ideally I'd be putting this in a bowl, but I can't find one big enough to do this, because everything else is in the dishwasher. And then, so it's a lovely big portion, so this is going to be really filling. I'm going to put it on a plate. So that is going to be super filling when it comes to lunchtime, because lunch is in about an hour's time. So while I'm making this, I thought I'd get on and do this. I am going to add some coleslaw, because I happen to have some in the fridge that needs using up from the weekend. So I don't eat this very often at all, but as I've got such a big, healthy lunch going here, I thought we could have like a nice big dollop on the side. And the fruit, I love to add fruit to my salads. I especially like, as you've seen earlier, pomegranates on here. Chopped strawberries is gorgeous on a salad. Mango, definitely. Grapes are great, but I don't eat many grapes because there's high sugar content of those. They're higher than most other foods. And all I'm doing is I'm using, because as I said, these noodles have no flavour, and I mean no flavour. I'm using just a shop-bought vinaigrette dressing today. Normally I put some hemp seed, rapeseed or avocado oil on there, perhaps some cider vinegar or white vinegar and some mustard, but I fancied a vinaigrette dressing today, so we've got that on there. And that is my lunch ready to go. So I hope that inspires you for your lunches. Here's a quick picture of my lunch, and we are now going to go video for YouTube. I'm going to make a cup of tea because I'm feeling parched. It's about 12:15, so it's been a while since I had a drink. You last see me catch up with Madwitch, so I don't know what to have. I'm thinking green tea, because I've got my healthy lunch to come, so I'm thinking some green tea. So I've got some oolong loose tea in here. My big mug has been washed out, cleaned. So I'm just going to take a nice pinch of of that. It doesn't have to be too much in there because it's quite strong, I find. So I'm fancying something a bit different. So I'm going to mix up aniseeds. Good for digestion and helping reduce stress, as well as happen to be good for menopausal and inflammation if you have inflammation in the body. So they smell of licorice. They smell really strong. So I just take a whole pod. It's got a couple of seeds in there. I'm feeling like I want lots of licorice in there. Why not? I'm going to do 1 and 1.5 into my cup, I think. And not ginger today. I don't think I want echinacea. Maybe some hibiscus just to take the edge off. If I can get them. That smells amazing. Look at the colour of that. So, kind of like a pinch of hibiscus in there. This will colour it as well, it makes it red, so you don't need many. And that was one of the very first things I got from the Witch's Casket tea brew. So I'm going to just put my hot water in. And I'm going to let that brew, steep, and have that with my lunch. And what I'm going to do, because it's copyright, so I can't play it in the background, is I'm going to get trusty Alexa to play my audiobook while I potter and tidy up around the house, which I'm not going to take you on because that's just, no. I'm going to whip around the house and do a very quick cleaning because it's easier to do it than trying to film myself going around. So I will see you at lunchtime. Okay, so I'm going to sit outside and have some lunch. It's warmed up finally. So all set up. We have the crows still around enjoying the warm weather. And I have my Kindle here ready with the book that I haven't got into reading yet. So I'm going to take time to do that. And it is, it keeps going down. So it is The Last Summer by C.L. Green, who is somebody in our community. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to read this while I'm eating my lunch. And can you hear the birds? They're so noisy. They chatter away like nobody's business. They'll come and see me in a minute. They'll come and sit in the grass and come and say hello. So yeah, and I have my tea, as you can see. So it has now fully brewed, and I'll leave those bits in there and I'll just drink from that, and I can top that up. It will continue. I can top it up probably 2 or 3 times and get flavour out of it, and I can't wait to tuck into my salad. So I'm just going to have some peace for the next hour, and I'm going to do this. Hi, so I'm going to do a bit of journaling. I've caught up with my second friend of the day, and that was another 2-hour chat. My day is wistfully going fast. So I'm going to do a bit of journaling, a little bit of drawing. I'm going to put this into my journal. So it's a picture that I found. I don't know who it's by, so I can't give credit to the person. Lovely quote in the middle. And I have shared it on Instagram, and I want to put it in my journal now, just for me. So I've got my picture to inspire me, have my trusty tarot journal, and I left 2 pages blank in the back of this, which I'm going to fill in. I have started drawing this because I was doing that while I was on the call with my friend. So we are this far in so far, because 2 hours on the phone is a long time. And I'm just going to, I think I'm going to start you as I complete this rather than just film myself and putting it on fast forwards. So I'm going to pause you and I'm just going to keep showing you as I go. And I just have a message coming from Madwitch, so I need to see what she's up to as well, because she's planning a shopping list. That's my yellows finished. On to something else. So we just party. And we're done. There we go. May the long time sun guide you. No, start again. May the long time sun shine upon you, love surrounding you, and pure light within guide you on your way. Sat man. So that's the last 2 pages for this month's journal sorted, because I didn't know what to put in there and I left them blank for a spread. And now I have something beautiful in there instead. So I think I might make a cup of tea, grab some naughty snacks and pop something on the TV and actually watch some telly for a change, maybe even a film, snuggle down for the afternoon. The sun hasn't come out anymore, so there's nothing to do in the garden, which means it's an even nicer day to stay in and chill. Right, it's nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm going to have a big cup of tea. This is a normal cup of tea. You'll be pleased to know, semi-normal, almond milk. I like it strong, hence the reason I have almond milk in my tea. I just love milk. There are other milks, so I use oat milks for other things, coconut milks for other things. They are creamier and don't make my tea as strong as an almond milk does, basically. So a nice strong cup of this is a tea bag and it is Twinings. So I have Twinings either morning breakfast, or they do English tea, I think is the other name for it, or is it English breakfast and morning anyway, one of those two is what goes into my mug. And I am being naughty, so I'm going to have a treat. And this is, so it is 85% cocoa, dark chocolate. These come in a pack of 6 from Aldi's or Lidl's. There's only 2, there used to be 2% sugar in these. Now I think there's 4% sugar in them. So it's another low sugar snack, because like I say, or you might have gathered, I do try not to have too much sugar because diabetes runs in the family. So I try to cut my diabetic habits, if you want, out, or the risk factors. I cut the risk factors out that might cause me to become a diet controlled diabetic, because sugar does send me up and down. So that's why I'm so particular about it. Also, it's inflammatory. So arthritis runs in the family, and sugar is a high inflammatory for arthritis, if you didn't know that already. So if you cut out a lot of your sugars that come in from additional sources rather than the natural sugars, it can, not always, but it can help to reduce inflammatory issues. And again, that helps my knees no end by doing this. So yeah, there's other benefits. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to find something on Amazon Prime probably to watch, and I'm going to cozy in for the next hour and a half before I get up and make dinner. Dinner's probably going to be easy, so I don't know what I'm going to make or whether there's anything that I can do with you to follow along. It's probably going to be a one-pot cook, shop, stop thing, so it's probably not going to be a lot for you to see. So if not, I will probably finish my day here. It's going to finish much as it started. Face wash routine, some cards before I go to bed, and then off to sleep I go. In between there'll be some YouTube videos, of course, but you don't need to watch me watching you. So take care, and I wish you all much love and light, and thank you for watching this if you have hung out, and you know who you are and you know why this video came, so you're welcome. Thank you, bye-bye. Thank you all for joining me on this unusual vlog. I am sat now balancing my chocolate and cup of tea precariously as I am trying to flick through Prime to find something good to watch for the rest of the afternoon. And I have the dogs running around as well, relaxing with me. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's inspired you some way or another. And I do urge you all to take time for yourselves when needed. Take time out and care for yourself. It's good for the soul and good for those around you. Until the next one, blessings, take care, bye bye.